distance.
I don't know, is this like
Brandon spun the
AI
spear.
here now, or this is quick? You guys are getting quick. What was it? I joined the group for this thing here. I wasn't quite here yet. Ah, where's the you've been removed from the party thing? Anyway, so get the you've been removed from the party. Like, so like I'm over here flying in like, oh, I got kicked, right? I'm on my demon hunter. And then the next group I join, the rogue named DH Kick. Ha ha ha. Oh, this is another wild coincidence. My my niece got into a car accident last night. I gotta wonder if that was you guys. Is that, again, where you guys feel comfortable attacking people, is attacking a 5'2" woman, I suppose. What do you want from me? I got nothing. Cannot help you. You're being Nazis. I can't do anything for you. God, Jesus, demons, I have no idea. I've been praying for 13 years. So anyway. But yeah, the CIA, NSA, I mean, this is Freemasonry. That's what they're involved in, right? Always the same thing. Start a fight so that you can mop up and profit, right? But anyway, you see the way like good people aren't phased by your stuff. So you really gotta wonder. I was just commenting on a Reddit post about Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle's Got Clone thing. Like, I really think my opinion on that. Like, obviously, having had my brain shattered through by these demonic forces, like, it looks like they got him. And my guess as to why they got him, why they went after him, was his George Washington joke, his Michael Jackson jerks off a kid joke, right? Like he was just noticing weirdnesses and pointing them out, and he was also, again, a very unifying force. Like he was the guy that made me think that racism was completely dead in America back in like 2003, whatever. But they stirred that up again with their fake police executions just in time for elections. But anyway, whatchamacallit? Oh yeah. Like they're recruiting a lot of black people for, like the rap industry. They move behind society, right? Society finds something acceptable, and then they say like, oh yeah, we did that, and that's us. That's why they're faking the police execution. Like they're trying to say that they're for social justice and whatever. Like they need to convince their insiders that they're the good guys. But like that Dave Chappelle joke, like, just lays it bare. The George Washington was the worst of the worst. There, I said it. Like, you'll have to find that joke for yourself. But like, he's just pointing out, like, and then those guys are all Freemasons, right? So they can't have someone disparaging our great founding fathers and how it was like basically exclusively the Freemasons who were the giant slave owners, especially in the North. Like, it was only rich people who owned slaves. And again, like, they can't have that going on while they're telling people who never studied any history, oh yeah, no, this is us, this is why you belong to us, and you're so special, you're chosen, and now you get to do this demonic stuff. Which, like, they put themselves in false danger and then call it special stuff, right? But his news cycle joke, right? That was just like completely nailing them. His I mean, his joke was, why is it whenever something goes wrong in the Iraq War or something like that, these are the times that Michael Jackson chooses to jerk off a kid. Which is like completely how they always run things, right? So I mean, I know, I'm sure. Like the same things happen to me. Like people are like, oh, he's put on weight. He doesn't look the same. Like yeah, when they pop out of the shadows and torture you all day long. When their demon spirits get a hook in you, like you're not gonna look the same. You're gonna be a fucked up person. Again, I say demon, right? I don't know. Like, no idea the origin of these things. Spiritual evil things, I suppose. Things that shouldn't be. Things that, you know, that's why they run, I'm sure this is why they run their vaccination programs. That's why they run their neurotoxins in the sky. Like anything to soften your brain so you'll agree with stupidity. So you'll be like, oh no, it doesn't matter. Ha ha ha. It's the fluoride in water, so people don't care. Like just a weak population, and then they self-justify, right? They say, oh no, we're the ones who bring about, but like they're not. Like just because people believe in law and order doesn't mean that the people who are corrupt and pretending to do law and order do not, you know. Just because people believe in good things and then you guys like steal and then parcel out a few good things doesn't make you it. So anyway. Mm. 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 And again, I really hate, like it seems like I hate talking about the God stuff because like it seems like only like the people who are not zealous have some kind of healthy God life, right? I hate I don't know, the extremes seem to have missed it, but I don't know. I mean, that's just what I think is healthy, right? I don't know if I mean, again, I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, this is what makes it hard to speak, right? Hard to think, hard to like. Feels like my brain's been ripped apart here, and then it's like in your brainstem, and I'm sure that's what I see in the face of Chappelle, where he's like, you know, like he's become real serious because he's fighting against it. That's kind of what I've done. I know because it wants to cackle through you, and I don't think that it really has emotions, right? It just has manipulation. But like whatever you find disconcerting or whatever you find enjoyable. So like the elites, the people who will fully do evil whenever they choose, like they're it cackles through them, right? It's you know. Anyway. I wish I had a handle on this to say anything better than like this is my trouble, right? Like all I've come up with is that they're bioweapon attacking Nazis who like worship demons and are cultish, and like I feel like that's enough, right? Like this is definitely on. I don't mean to put anything like this is people's jobs. This is your job. This is not my job. I don't get paid for this, right? There's actually people who are supposed to be responsible for stopping gang stalkers. There are people who draw like 400K salaries in government, and their job is to stop terrorism. But meanwhile, they're the terrorists. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. But speak about it. Again, you guys want me shut up? It's super easy for you. This is where it all feels like a setup to me. But like this should be enough, right? If you're a UN person, or you work in an FBI office, you work in Congress, like it should be enough that I don't know, like the lines of those are Jesus lines, those are Jewish lines, those are like seek justice, love mercy, right? Not do all the injustice you can get away with, and then torture people who expose you. So like whatever you guys think you are, you ain't that. Old Testament had like huge no-nos about oppressing foreigners, about false witnessing. New Testament goes way more severe on the punishment for it. Uh, but my trouble is like I know that they're like I don't want to say anything. Like I hate this stuff because it's this is now supernatural stuff, and I have no handle on it. This is where I'm stuck looking at things. You guys are stuck looking at things like, oh yeah, that was Agent Carl Johnson who rammed your niece yesterday in his car. Like so you guys know on that level that that's some Nazi shit. Like that's foul is fair, ha ha ha, right? Like that's just fully evil. Like if you want to come kill me, I'm right here. But that's how they have to work, right? They have to drive you mad. They have to get you pissed off so you react, so that they can have their, a crazy person on Long Island. Ugh. Which is how they continually do. Again, all news is corrupted. Every last news story is faked. They use media to recruit people, right? It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, That's for the lottery thing, right? Like I was thinking for a while that they probably use lottery as payola for their insiders, and then like supposedly it's like all lottery winners can't keep their money. This is probably their insiders blowing through it, right? But like, it doesn't make any sense. Like my mom plays the lottery; she is incredibly financially responsible. My like I have like family friends who are lawyers, or like the wives of lawyers who are super into the lottery. Like everyone I know who plays the lottery wouldn't be blowing their money inside of a year. Like they would, that would become like generational wealth, right? But supposedly all like a huge percentage, right? Like this is where you can find them out in the lines that don't make any sense. What is it? Yeah, 1/3 in 3 to 5 years. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. That to me screams payola. And again, like when you're a fully corrupt Nazi state, right? Like you're not gonna leave something as juicy as the lottery on the table. Yikes! Frickin' this class is so bored that I don't need to. Uh, I'm sure they did, right? There's probably more of you guys. Land next to him now when the thing's gonna spawn, so he accidentally kills some random dude and feel bad. So I have no idea. I think this video might still be on YouTube, but like this is a YouTube banned video, this is a YouTube banned video, this is a YouTube banned video. Probably, maybe not. I don't know. They leave the woo-woo stuff. They just won't leave hard, dry evidence of their crimes. Like this is a banned YouTube video. This is a banned YouTube video. This is a banned YouTube video. Again, they jailed PK in Australia for exposing their crimes. Like they actually banned him for his YouTube channel, and they gotta, like if you listen to the man, like you can tell he's just like a sane, sober person, right? Like countless hours of his stuff, but they got him in jail on a psych hold or something. I forget what it was, but just because he was talking about the deep state Nazism. Just because he, you know, like the guy's, again, I always make the point this way, right? He's 80 something now and he was a computer programmer. Like computer programmers today, not always, like obviously smart people, but you know, like to be a computer programmer like 45 years ago, you were a complete egghead, right? You were a genius. You were 100% a genius. So like when he goes through and exposes their stuff, like he just completely dissects it.
I'm in the process of making my video on this, and like I said, I've got a lot
I guess I can't show these images, right? But
of things I'm waiting on. I didn't want to make this video here, but I felt like I had to get it out there. I made a few videos last night regarding some women with Maya bags. One of my subs who gave me some links to that sent me an email. I saw it this morning. He says he agrees. A lot of this was totally staged, especially the donut scene, but he thinks from what he sees in this footage here, as you've all seen, this is the cab driver footage. This is probably one of the worst crisis acting you can ever see. It makes Boston Hoaxathon look 100% real.
oh, this was the, I mean, that's not even PK. That's, I was just typing that as his name when I was brain addled. But that's from the Australian car attack. That was a terrorist. Like you want to see lines, right? Hollywood released 18 again, then they released Big, or I don't know the order, but you know, it was like, then they released vice versa, then they like, it's the twin movie phenomenon is what it's called. Someone chops an idea around, and then other people do it. So like, you can see that in their hoax psychological operations. You can see that in the 3 truck attacks in 2016, and then the 4 car attacks in 2017. And you can definitely see that in the Nag Hammadi and Qumran Bible finds.
I'll get into this video. I got to point out, she's there in the open. There's no one around her. There was not one single injured person around her. She was with her mother and a 10-year-old sister. Where is the 10-year-old sister? Yeah, Bruno. Oh, but hang on. The car ran over the toes on this foot that broke that leg. What a load of garbage. Okay. Oh, out of our lives. See. Oh, okay. It's all crapshit.
But last Friday...
But I mean, this is the people poser thing, right? This is what gets them. This is, I mean, I don't know. This is his bent, but...
But anyway, this woman here is very important as well, but that's just a clue of what's happening in the future. Keep rolling. As you see, Dark Guy couldn't give a shit here. Guy on the cell phone can't give a shit. This guy looks like he's getting on the cell phone as well. Meanwhile, Dark Man couldn't give a shit either. Yeah, this woman just walks away from it. The little child, yeah, don't give a shit, get on your cell phone. What, calling an ambulance later? Yeah, I think you should call an ambulance because we don't see any. Hardly any ambulances in this whole thing. That's something I'm going to point out later. Hundreds of cops, but no ambulances. So yeah, come on, call the ambulance. We need, oh hang on, we don't need ambulances. We've got these expert people here helping out. The good Samaritans, as the idiot politicians will say in the speeches all the time, how we brought the community together. We had these people.
And that's right, like that's what they like. Since they get their reaction, right? Since like, oh, we're like people who were happy, like getting drunk together, going out, chilling together, and then they come together to mourn, and then like they're like, ah, see, we brought people together. Like, no, like you're not doing anything good. You're just actually working for evil.
Helping, they're not helping, they're just crisis actors, 100% guaranteed. Water bottles everywhere. There, we got a guy walk in. Look at this, it gets a bit closer, hands in pockets, man. He can't even take his hands out of his pockets. Has a little bit of a gander. Can I help? As we saw a shopping bag by a woman come in, another guy comes in, get a bit of a crowd around here. But this guy, get your hands out of your pockets, mate.
They like slowly got better at not getting busted, so him exposing the Australia car attack is nowhere near as good as...
And be in that position and get up again in 2 seconds. People...
Yeah, his point is like the bomb went off here, everybody's pants got torn, and then this cat, he has a... I forgot where he got the clock from on this, but...
But why would you need ambulances? The story goes that there were over 100 wheelchairs on the ready to take anyone that was remotely injured 150 metres down to the magnificent thing. So it wasn't all that bad because everyone was getting a nice little joyride down the street.
That's a inside truth joke, the Sandy Hook coroner. Like that's where you talk about the demon brain bug. Like that guy looks like he's got it. Where he's talking about the tent that the they set up, and he's like, "It wasn't a tent. It was this magnificent thing."
All went rather smoothly, but in certain instances, some people actually went the wrong way. So that's the official story, but let's now hear and see the real story. I'm going to give you 100% proof what a hoax this was. This is the first shot. It's quite blurry, but when we go to the second shot, we can see all the characters there, but we can't actually see the top.
Like, this is a bomb that's supposed to have killed how many people, right? And these people are 5 feet away from it, and they're fine.
Fine. It is something that
She's smiling.
no one's really thought about. I'm going to go through this.
Maybe smiling, I don't know.
We're going to show you exactly what time this was after the explosion, but let's first go to see what time the explosion actually went off. You'll see here the actual time the explosion goes off is 4:09:44. So keep that in mind. 4:09:44. The first time we see the actual clock is in frame 7, but I'll go back a little bit further to frame 9 and just show you the time it was there, and
This is why they need a man like him to be put into a psych ward, right? This is why they need to try and discredit him, because he's just too good at it.
just work my way backwards to frame number 1. As we zoom in on the clock, it shows 4:09:50. That is 6 seconds after the explosion. What I want you to focus on is those two guys in the middle there, Mr. Shredder and Mr. White, who got up supposedly at the explosion and ran. So there they are together, 6 seconds in that position, which is a fair distance from where they started. Now we go back 1 frame to...
Anyway, I'm gonna, if I keep letting that go, it's gonna show graphic content. We're terrorizing your children every day with false flag school shootings, but we can't have graphic content shown. Oof. Anyway, well, this is fun. This sure is a lot better than worrying about who's gonna win the Super Bowl, or aren't you guys glad you're Nazi terrorists, worried that you're gonna get busted? Sure is way more fun than like having a nice like date night or like going to see a movie. It sure is so much more fun than anyway. I got nothing extra. Like, I'm just stuck on repeat. They've got me they've got me stuck here. They've got me cornered and won't send again. Like, this is them, right? I don't get why they won't send. They do it all the time. And Gary Webb exposed their drugs for money thing. Their drugs to fuel war. He got railroaded out of journalism. But then one day someone stole his motorcycle. Like, so they ruined his life for, I don't know, like 15, 20 years, who knows how long. Then one day someone stole his motorcycle, so he shot himself in the head 2 times. Like, that's, I mean, you don't get the, you don't get to shoot yourself in the head 2 times. That's not how that works. There's Terrence Sheikey, one of the first cops inside the Oklahoma City bombing. Committed suicide by, he slashed his own forearms 12 times, then slashed his jugular vein, then ran across a field and shot himself in the head at a 45-degree downward angle. That's how he committed suicide. Like, you guys do this all the time. I don't get why I get the special torture program. Who else? Who else you got over here? I don't know. This is their sense of irony, right? This is where, like, the demons keep them cackling. You want to expose 9/11 truth? You will die in a plane crash, right? Like, so she was a 9/11 widow, and she wouldn't stop, like, asking questions. She didn't take their $1.8 million. She met with Obama, who is one of their insiders. So she, you know, she believed the false, like, oh, it's two sides, like, oh, if Bush did this, then the other side will help me. She died in a plane crash 8 days after meeting Obama. Like, just, how rare is it to die in a plane crash? Who else you guys been killing out here? Oh yeah, Bill Cooper, obviously. I mean, again, I'm just stuck on repeat. I know I've said these things, but Bill Cooper 2 months before 9/11 predicted that 9/11 was going to happen. 2 months after 9/11, shot dead on his front lawn. He said, if anything happens in the coming months that they blame on Osama bin Laden, don't you believe it? And they got him on an assault charge, right? So my guess is it was gang stalking. My guess is, like, this guy's a 58-year-old Navy vet, retired, like, radio host. All of a sudden, when he's 58 years old, he decides to get an assault charge while he's predicting 9/11, like, stuff, and it happens. Like, I'm sure that they did some of their gang stuff stalk, and he, like, knocked someone out, you know? And then they had him set up for their, you know. Then they had him set up for the murder on his front lawn. So should I just say CIA? Like, is it just CIA, you guys? Is that you guys over here? Or are you the one specifically torturing me? But again, I mean, like, it's just not, you know. Like, one PK Boston, like, Boston Marathon video. One little slip proves the whole thing staged. One little proving the whole thing is staged proves that, like, massive collusion, right? Like, it wouldn't just be a corrupt police department. It wouldn't be that you could walk in, you know, like the FBI is like, oh, we're a bunch of idiots. We don't understand stuff and things, right? Like no, they need, like, massive corruption. I can't play this, right? Copyright strike. But anyway, the Melbourne car attack. There was a baby that flew 150 meters. And she was fine. This is 150 meters. So a car hit the baby and she flew 150. But this is the demon brain bug right here. Is the audio still playing?
Amazing. I find it totally miraculous.
Yeah, it is. It's a miracle.
The child can go.
Yeah.
This is where you get the, like, see, this is, they're all brain hollowed out. Like, they're all got the brain bug.
I can describe how amazing that is.
Well, I mean, you can just see the lying smirk in their eyes, right? I don't know. Anyway. I hate how crappy this website is, but that's what was forced to happen because YouTube was banning any content like this.
Well, that is a really big shot.
But that is, I mean, that's like this weird demon thing too, right? This is like the slave handler relationship where, like, oh, 150 meters, oh, that's wild, and like, so they know what an obvious lie it is, so they feel worse. This class is so broken. I'm like really bad at it, but it's always been my World of Warcraft theory. I mean, that was my World of Warcraft theory when I went super Christian, was like warlocks are just super OP. Oh look, syphilis, like Sisyphus, but so anyway, 'cause I'm always saying the same thing. I'm always pushing. Yeah, great. Like, you cannot stop us. We are the supreme Nazis. Obvious. DK isn't working. Hello, what? Oh, is this a give up message? I mean, what am I gonna do? I'm in your rape room. Like, I'm just gonna scream from your rape room. What do you guys want from me? Like you guys think you're God, right? And here's some dude sitting down at a computer making fun of you. Like, I don't mean me, I mean the guy making the video, but like, I just don't think that you've got God on your side. I'm sorry. Like these are, I mean, this is the weird, what pisses me off, right, is with the demon mind control stuff. These guys have been torturing me for 13 years. Like, they clearly have a better handle on what's going on than I do. But they're trying, like, some, like, you know, like, lame-ass, this is clearly not working. Like, at least manifest more demons, right? At least send more demons to attack me, not, not some lame-ass fucking, well, don't you know, maybe you should, like, whatever, fuck you. Like, you know you're busted. You know you're doing the wrong thing. There's no way that you think that you should have to assassinate people to get your job done, right? Like, you can't be that dumb. Can you? Are you that dumb? Like, well, then I'm sorry for being such a dick to you, right? Oof. This is how they always do, though, right? Sneak and poison sidelong, right? I don't know how much of this is true. I haven't watched any of this, but... The fuck? Jesus. Hey. That was the... I remember reading a while back, like, where slaughterhouses move in. Like, suicide rates and drug use rates go way up. I can't imagine doing that job. It's just so bizarre that this is going to be a fake news story because they ran it. Here's a fake news story, you know it's fake because they ran it. I don't know, maybe this is whatever, real news about bullshit. Oh, that's wild. One of my comments showed up in a... my old Quora post. This is the Ebola hoax where the kid lays down on a blanket. This is the Kenya Mall shooting that, I mean, there's a video about this still on YouTube that you can find. Max Malone, what is it? Max Malone cameraman. But his point was that, like, just during the 3-day Kenyan mall siege, there was a cameraman at every corner. And this is, like, 2012 Kenya, right? I mean, you can't pretend these high-res images are from mall cameras. This is that's a conspiracy theorist rammed people in New York. Like, that's how they work, right? They don't work on truth, they work on what they want you to think so they can get away with their shit. So they want people to associate the idea that conspiracy, you know, they want, oh, conspiracy theorists are crazy. Didn't you hear about that one that rammed people in New York? I thought I could pull that off and be fast enough to like glide off and jump on. Such a dumb combo. So anyway, like, this car had been crashed, right? This car's been about to crash. It's been overturned like this, but she's the crisis actor in the, you know, so she's walking in with her child where this car has been crashed. He's had the time to walk out, get over there, and then the news photo is, hide my children. This one right here, that's the same event. Like, you can see people, CGI people surfing on the hood of the car. Like, if that car is going 95 miles an hour, like they said. Again, cars have a 97% fatality rate when they hit a pedestrian going 50 miles an hour or faster. And that car is supposed to be going 95 miles an hour, and there's 3 people surfing on the hood of it. This is the Muslim blows up whatever in Egypt. So this is the official terrorist, but there's this guy blowing up, and he's fine. Like, you just, like, I just took their news stuff and put it in slow motion. This was the Fort Lauderdale hoax, where, again, Max Malone's brilliant observation that you can prove. They stopped showing a lot of images after they were getting busted like that all the time, but the position of the cameraman shows you that it's a hoax. You can see that in the Elon Musk photo. Elon Musk, sorry. Elian Gonzalez. I mean, like this is just 100% proof of, like, you know, it's not safe behind there. Quick, relocate over here. Like, there's a whole stairwell, right? They wanted the dramatic spot, right? There's this whole area here that's a lot safer, a lot easier to get to, a lot roomier. Oh yeah, this one, right? Like, when they shared that, when they put that on the news, they probably didn't notice that those guys, because it's so dark back there. Oh, they're mad. What shock. Ducky power. Yeah, alright, this is gonna be some demon people. Like, again, I'm not joking about, like, this demon shit is very real. I don't know whose source it is. You guys, I don't know. Anyway. Like, just completely ridiculous, right? Like, these people are ducking for cover. This is the Fort Lauderdale terrorist hoax, the airport. They stopped doing it when I pointed it out. Like, it was just every, like bullets don't stop AR-15 rounds. Bullets don't, cell phones don't stop. They don't stop AK-47 rounds, but every single event was, luckily, a cell phone in their pocket. This is the same scriptwriter, like this is their agenda. I forget which shooting that was, but the mother and the shooter were saying the same thing. Same stuff, different day. You guys are psychopath terrorists. I mean, again, this is how their themes go, right? This is the Hollywood twin movie thing. The lion, what's it? The Lion King. What was the stupid show called? Oh, Tiger King. So, like, they didn't even have enough COVID test kits at that point, right? But it was like the week that the Tiger King became like a super big show. And then they're like, the Bronx Zoo has tested a tiger's positive for COVID. Where did they go? Where did the COVID tigers go? How come we don't hear about that anymore? Again, COVID is just there to mask their 5G mind control, EMF poisoning. Playing really bad. Oh, 2 days after. Alright. The Vegas sniper on the news. He had a 13 tattooed on his neck. The night before when he was partying, the day after when the shooting, he didn't have a 13 tattooed on his head. This meme speaks for itself. I gotta pee, so I can't think. That's the chick at the... Anyway. Enough of this. Like, same stuff, different day. This... What could be more important than that? Poisoning babies? I mean, the 5G stuff seems more pressing, but... Here's a good oldie. Oh no. Hopefully that was quick enough. Again, you guys show a million times worse. Oh, anyway.